Greetings, it is I, Susie Q, which showing up in your field, lighting up, turning on, and illuminating the miracles in your juicy, juicy, juicy life, right? Okay, so we're going to get right to it. Um, and so it's really interesting. I do Facebook Lives before I do a YouTube because it's kind of like a rehearsal. So Facebook Live is like a rehearsal for me. Sometimes I gotta like kind of get more awareness of like what is it really I'm really engaging with. So, anywho, so today this is about medicine, the psychic medicine woman. Psychic medicine woman. How's that sound? That sounds like cray cray. Anyway, so I'd like to just share real quick about this beautiful review that I had today. And it's 4 sentences, and I'm super, super duper excited to just let you know that I love reviews. I have a website, and I've got a handful of reviews on the website. I've got a lot of reviews. And this one is really kind of special. It really is like right really heart based for me because I think this person really understands who I am and what I do with all this juicy, juicy energy work that I do. Okay, so the first one, so we're just going to go down it real quick. So again, like Facebook Live is where I had to kind of play around and figure out what exactly was I going to say on a YouTube, and you can look at it. So it'd be today. I don't know what day it is. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay, so the first sentence, so it's 4 sentences with the review. It says, "Medicine woman is accessing ancient sound vibration therapy." So I didn't really know what that was about because I've got all kind. You have tuning forks. We've got singing bowls. We've got a gong over here. We've got chimes and different things. And I just said, hey, what exactly is it regarding the sound vibration therapy? And what I got back from that person is that it's my voice. It's my voice. It is my voice. Um, and so even like I do a little bit of light language as well. And so I have a lot of different toning qualities and different kinds of ways of using my voice to create an experience for another person for a healing journey. So I kind of get that. So it's super exciting to hear that Medicine Woman is accessing ancient sound vibration therapy. It's like super excited. Nobody's ever said that to me. I'm going to gong it in. There we go. All right. So the second one is uses Deeksha for moving energy for a person to heal. All right, so Deeksha is uh, it's a beautiful gift to another person. And so you could call it Deeksha or you could call it oneness blessing. And so I was doing that back in Houston. I do a little bit of up here in Arizona. And then I was trained back in March of 2015 for the Deeksha slash oneness blessing. And so really what it is like a person might be, putting their hands over the head, and it might be even going into, this vibration here. But it's really interesting when we're just kind of working with that beautiful sense. I'm already feeling the tingling, so I can even do it for myself even while I'm doing this video. But it was a process for me to learn how to do Diksha. And part of it was I was kind of like, well, I have so many thoughts and so many things that are in my mind and everything. And then, so after I was trained to do the Diksha, I realized that I can go completely blank. And I think that's the key is that I can't be thinking about other things while I'm doing the Diksha or this energy work. So it completely everything kind of like it's like the parting of the seas, there's like it's parting of the seas, and that's when the energy starts kind of coming through. And I used to do a lot of that back in South Houston at Unity and also with Unity in Houston, and had a lot of people there every Wednesday back when I was in Houston. I would be offering Deeksha on every Wednesday for about an hour and a half. I absolutely loved it. It was so powerful and wonderful. So it says uses Deeksha for moving energy for a person to heal. So I really love that that person really knows me. like really knows me, right? Okay, so the third one is can access yoga principles to assist a person's health. So that's pretty awesome. I was a yoga teacher, yoga therapist, um, and it's been interesting when people have things going on in the body. And again, I'm pretty intuitive with some of the ways of looking at things. And so, so let's just say you got some. I always like work with the gut issues. I think the gut stuff right now for a lot of people is really showing up. And so when we look at the yoga postures, we might say with that area of the gut is that you could do twist, binds, and folds. Twist, binds, and folds. And so that might be something for you to look up, or if you want to ask what it is, then I'll be happy to share some different postures that might help with that gut system. So a lot of times we think it's the brain or it's the heart, but a lot of times it's the gut. And so that's been a real win for me with that gut energy. And so it's like super fun. But there's a lot of other ways that we can do things with yoga postures. Like, let's just say a person is here and they can't go any higher, but then we really want them to be here, and this side we want to be at, we want to have more flexibility. So when I first got into my yoga studies, I had my left side had some injury, and so it took me a while I was in my studies to become a teacher. Is I had to modify, and so modifying is always a good thing to do. We don't have to like kind of like go in there and like really get it done. I want to get her done right now, and then it hurts. But you can always modify these postures based on where you're at with your healing journey. But what I realized is over time, I really understood that I had a little injury here, but then eventually I started to notice that I was able to do all the postures and I didn't have to modify. So it's really funny when we have an event that's kind of creating a disturbance in the body, and we know exactly when and maybe what happened or where it was, but we don't ever really know when the healing is done. We just notice that it's already done. And we don't even know the date, we don't know the time, nobody called me. So, but yeah, that yoga stuff is going to be really important, I think, for postures and for moving through with many different stages of life. And I think it could be through your entire life that you could do a little bit of yoga. Okay. So sometimes they say yoga's on the mat, or you could say yoga's out in the world. You kind of use that yoga wherever you go. All right. So the next one has the ability to, I've got all these notes here. Has the ability to recommend nutritional supplements for modern health regimens. I would not use the word regimens, but that's what this person wrote. So yeah, I do have the ability. I am able to write scripts for folks with some of the products that we use at the chiropractic office. So I have the ability to send a script, to create a package for a person or whatever. And so sometimes it comes in real easily that I'm able to access certain points in the body or certain areas of the body that may be needing a little bit more stability. Bringing more alignment into that field. So it's really interesting when we look at these nutritional pieces. So my background with this nutrition, it goes back maybe, I don't know, for a long time, right? But since I've been up here in Arizona, I've been really attending to quite a few holistic seminars related to optimal health systems. It's OHS, optimal health systems. And that's like kind of below Tucson, Arizona. So I'm in Scottsdale right now. But we have access to talk to the formulators that create these. These are all natural, all natural, right? All natural. There's nothing else that's in there except for natural ingredients, and a lot of it's vegan, or so we have a lot of options and choices with it, but a lot of it's vegan. So let's see, what was I going to say? So we go to these seminars, we get to experience not only the formulators but the people that are behind the scenes at the factory down in Tucson, and we really gain more insights. And even though I'm not a chiropractor, I'm just Juicy Susie Q, right? I'm definitely, I guess I'm called a medicine woman in a way. It's kind of cute. I never thought about that, but I thought that was real sweet. So, but yeah, so I'm able to kind of pay attention in these seminars. A lot of it's like super deep and it's beyond my comprehension, but I do get the gist of what might help another person. And so So the packs are really interesting. So sometimes you might think, well, I've just got one or two different things that are showing up in the body. Like even with that COVID long haulers. So we're also doing the protocol of the COVID long haulers, helping people reinforce the subconscious to have a better experience with the healing journey that you're in. For example, I had COVID long haulers a little bit earlier this year, and I wouldn't even get into it, but I had a bunch of things stacking up in the body that were creating a lot of disturbances for me. And then we went to a great teacher, Dr. John Brimhall, and he's up here in Arizona. And went had a session with him, and then we learned his protocol. So we're really doing a lot of really cool work with COVID long haulers, or it could just be, you know, there's probably other names, but that's what I call it, COVID long haulers. And so we're able to kind of reinforce people to move into more of a positive and affirmative way of looking at things. We do lasers with that. We do color therapy. We do tuning forks. We do affirmations. We do the laser activity. So it's a lot of protocol, but now we do it. And it's like super easy. So I love being part of that energy. I love working with lasers. I like gadgets, I like lasers and ionic foot baths and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so that part with the idea of the nutrition does come easy for me, and I have faith. I think I have faith. I think it's part of that is that could be the psychic ability, or it could be the medicine, woman vibe. Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. But I am really vested in loving one another and for people to feel better and lighter in the body. So sounds like a commercial, right? Anyway, so I'll go back and I'll do the whole review. It's just 4 sentences. So this is what happened today. Super sweet, really thoughtful person who's had many sessions with me, and I'm so thankful for this beautiful review. So this is what it is. Medicine Woman is accessing ancient sound vibration therapy, which is my voice. Uses Deeksha for moving energy for a person to heal. It's all just energy work, right? The third one is can access yoga principles to assist a person's health. And the fourth one is has the ability to recommend nutritional supplements for modern health regimens. So there you have it. So I love it when I get reviews. I love it. It's always like exciting. Sometimes I'm like going, oh my God, what are they going to say? It's like, but then it comes in and it's just so wonderful and so amazing. So I'm always thankful when people acknowledge me for some of the things that we've talked about or shared. And I just love it when we have a space of gratitude, and even if they're coming in for a session or coming in for Diksha or whatever. I love it when there's that gratitude. I love that kind of give and take energy. It's super powerful. So I guess that's it for now. It's been super fun. You could look at the raw version of this that's on my Facebook page. And I just go on and on and on, which I think I'm doing now anyway. Anyway, so have a great day. And so just really acknowledge the people that have helped you and look at that. And do you need to give a review to somebody else? Do you need to uplift a person with gratitude and thankfulness for what they've done for you? So it's really sweet, very, very sweet when we share at this level. So have a great day and namaste.